Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. How are you doing? Are you living your awesome life? Want to start right now? You can do it. No matter what situation you're in, you can find joy and say to yourself, oh, today's a new day and everything can change. Even if it physically doesn't change like immediately. I have a hair in my eye. Even if it doesn't change immediately, your redirection of your thoughts and beliefs and your feelings, knowing that that new pathway that you're choosing, you're in it. It will switch. It will change. You'll get a phone call. You'll get an opportunity. You'll get an offer. You'll get inspiration. Something will happen. Just know it. Just know it. So I want to talk about health and what's happening with the spiritual transition of the earth and your body, and going into the fifth dimension, the fourth dimension. The fifth dimension is really where we're going and are really already transitioning into. I don't know about you, but I have felt it. Last year I was talking a lot about there was a lot of stuff going on and it got a little crazy. I just was feeling a lot of stuff, and then we broke through that and I started to get more downloads of energy, and that's DNA changing. So we have all this junk DNA. What is that? It's DNA that's not used. There's portions of our whole body and our brain that are never used. How's that possible? If we evolved, that makes no sense at all, because everything we've been told is just not true. Everything. Columbus didn't find the United States, North America. Come on. Let's just sort of mention that the American Indians were already here anyway, so how can he discover it? Europeans discover it. We've all been here. And things and people and entities have been here way beyond our imagination. We don't have those answers. We don't have to have the answers. But let's just put it this way. You came down here at this moment in time to be a part of the raising of the frequency of the planet. If you've been to my website, my .com, my .net site is for my internet training. If you guys want free videos, you can go in there, or you can click on the screen anytime and get free videos that talk about how I used internet marketing and internet training. This is just, it's an education system, not one of these get rich quick things. You can go in there. I use it to change my life, to reach global markets, to create YouTube channels that are effective, to create products and services. And then my .com, if you go over there, is where I'm developing online courses and stuff. And if you go over there and it's not done yet, then just check back. You can sign up for Landria's Inspiration off of either site, and I'll keep you on top of everything. But you're here on this planet at this moment for a reason, just like I am, and we're here to raise the frequency of the planet. Yeah. So you have a choice. You don't have to participate in that if you don't want to. You don't ever get out of anything. So I suggest that you get busy, and it starts with you. My site, .com, says, my mission is raising the frequency of the planet one light being at a time. One light being at a time. Who is that light being? It's you. It's me. I had to start with myself. I still work on myself constantly. Why? You're going to have the challenge of being a human being. But we didn't evolve. We come from some things that we don't even understand, that don't go against religion or anything else, that basically say that we have the capacity to be something as humans so much greater. But it has to come from our spiritual growth, or spiritual evolution as individuals, because when you evolve, that DNA starts to kick in, that pineal gland, the brain starts to being used in ways that we haven't been using them. You have the capacity. It's sitting there waiting for you to turn it on. Right? Boom, let's flick those switches. Let's get things going. So I don't know if you've experienced this, but I have experienced this for years now. And that is these, way before I was like even knew what this stuff was. And now I have a pretty good handle. Just recently did I really understand what was going on. I still didn't know what it meant. Somebody was saying it's getting downloads. I found out, and that didn't sound right to me. because I would wake up and I didn't feel any different. Your body is having to change in order to be okay with the higher frequency of the planet. So if you are experiencing it, I call it like electrical shocks. They go through my body, like especially when I'm asleep and my mind is dormant. I get these, and I'll be awake too sometimes. These charges will go through my body, and they come in waves, and boom, boom, and maybe it'll happen for like 20 minutes at a time. Sometimes they're mild, and other times they're like, and it's not some muscular thing or anywhere. It's like something that somebody's putting charges through my body. It's electrical charges. That's the only way I can describe it. And I go with it. It doesn't hurt, but sometimes it's very intense. It's almost like, okay, what is this? And then so I heard something that made sense to me. And so I'm going to share it with you. You don't have to believe this, but this is what I think it is. I believe that it's the frequencies that are raising our physical attributes so that we can function in the higher dimension. So the body that we were in would be destroyed in a fifth dimension. It just couldn't function. It would deteriorate. It's too dense and lower. So what's happening is our DNA, and this is by the way been proven through research, that DNA is starting to fire up. Parts of DNA are firing up that they cannot figure out what it is or why it's happening. And other things are happening in our bodies that are advancing us as humans, human bodies. So let's talk about your health and everything. So what you may have noticed some physical changes. Some of them may seem bad, but they're actually just your body going through some changes. Here's what is needed for you to really maintain yourself on the highest frequency and level to advance into that fifth dimension. First of all, of course, I'm assuming right now when I talk about this that you're working on meditation, you're working out about being your best, you're forgiving people, you're letting go of all the crap in the past that's happened. What's the time right now? Hello? It's gone. It's gone. It doesn't dictate who you are right now. So let's move forward, okay? Are you ready to do that? All right, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. I went to the Dominican Republic recently, and I was having the most horrible allergies here in Atlanta because the weather's been fabulous and everything's blooming. And it was just a really tough year, so I was getting a lot of sinus congestion and just eyes and sneezing and all that stuff. When we went to Dominican Republic, it just stopped. And my sinuses literally, boom, drained, like within minutes. That night, totally drained. I was like, whoa, okay, everything just cleared out. So my mission, my friend that I was traveling with said, you know, she was going to stay off of her meds, and I said, let's not take any meds. Let's really stay on this and clean our body out. So I was there for a period of time. And I didn't take my meds, allergy pills or sinus pills or anything, because I wanted to clean out my body. That was fairly easy to do there. So then I knew I was going to come back to Atlanta. So what do you do then, right? Oops. Yeah, some allergies started to kick in. So I stayed off of them. I thought, okay, it'd be easy to take a pill and feel good. So I got a steamer. Has the Vicks in it, and an individual steamer. You breathe in, and then I get the Vicks to open my lungs. I got a nasal wash with xylitol. I think it's called xylitol. And then I did get an eye drop thing so that if my eyes got really bad, I could just put one little drop in there and just handle that without taking any drugs. And I have stayed off of my meds, and it's been, a couple weeks now, almost 2 weeks. And, just over a week, which is amazing. Why? Because I need to clean out my body. You have to have clarity. You have to have clarity. I also changed my eating habits. I only eat one meal a day, and I've really cleaned up a lot of stuff there. And I'm a super healthy eater. I'm super healthy, but I was having cheeses and stuff, so I'm starting to pull all of that out. Clarity in your diet. You know, if you find you're taking allergy pills, all this stuff, if you can find a way to stay off of that stuff, you're going to be able to clear out and raise your frequency physically. You have to keep exercising, get outside, get sun. I've heard that there are people that, all right, I'm going to share this with you too. So, I was like one of those workout freaks, and I was doing CrossFit up until recently, and I quit that because I didn't like it anymore. So now I do spinning, I go on walks and runs, and I do a little bit of weight training, not the crazy stuff I was doing. And so I was in my sleep, and I was thinking, you know, I need to change my diet. I need to change it up because I'm not burning the calories that I was. And I was told that I don't need to eat. That was a very clear message. I was like, what? So now that's not Landria making some stuff up. There is something else that said you actually don't even need to eat anything. And I thought, okay, I'm so not ready to just stop eating. I enjoy cooking and stuff. I love eating, you know, making healthy stuff. And so now I'm hearing that there are people out there that actually don't eat. All right, so I don't know if there's anybody who's done that. Please drop in some comments and tell me about this. Do you know anybody who stopped eating? You know, so stop eating might just mean that they juice and they don't actually eat food anymore. I was told that, so I don't know if I'm going to get to the point where I stop eating. But everything in moderation, right? So you got to start cleaning up your act here physically. You're going to experience some weird stuff. You know, by the way, if you get off of meds, you might find your blood pressure and everything goes down. You might feel differently. I feel differently. I feel clearer. And you don't have to give up your coffee or your wine or whatever. You don't have to be a monk. Actually, I think some of the monks drink. But so it's so important for you to start paying attention to that, because that clarity is going to facilitate your ability to go to the higher frequency and dimension. I know you want to do that. And then when you meditate, you're going to be clearer. Your body's going to feel better. You're going to feel lighter. You're going to be less dense, because we want to get less dense because that doesn't feel good. And then you're going to pick up on more higher frequencies yourself. Yes, you're going to still experience some lower frequencies and maybe some stuff that comes in that doesn't feel so good. A lot of you are saying, oh, you know, I pick up on a lot of stuff that goes on out there. That's okay. Just process it. Bless it, let it go, bless it, always bless it. A lot of people, you retreat. Oh, this feels bad. All right, you're in control. Nobody makes you feel bad. If you experience something, and we're here experiencing a lot of stuff, right? You just have to go, putting the light around me, not accepting it, bless whatever's going on out there that I'm picking up on. I bless it. I send a higher frequency to it. I bless it. It gets to choose what it's going to do. You're not here to dictate anything to anybody. It still has free will. So clean everything up. You're going to find out that your health is going to improve drastically. The exercise, the stretching, the meditation, cleaning up your diet. You know, when you put something in your mouth, sugar is really not good for you. It's killing off people's kidneys and pancreas and all that other stuff. It's just eating away. Sodas, all that stuff. Just get away from it. We're going to a cleaner, pure planet. And then you're going to notice your reality. You're going to notice that people are going vegetarian and vegan. I'm a vegetarian. Well, I actually pescatarian, but I'm trying to give up fish. It has an energy in it. And most of it's bad. It's negative, because these poor animals were, caught in negative situations, and you're eating that energy. So remember, everything's energy. So plants too, if they have chemicals on them or they're a lower frequency, you're putting chemicals in your body. What are you using in your house as to clean everything? Even shampoos and things that's going into your body. Be very cognizant of everything. Any cleaners, what are you putting on your lawn? Let's kill weeds. You think it's just killing the weeds? It's going to the water systems and everything else. Plants, bugs, it's killing everything. We have to be so responsible right now. I know this isn't one of my more exciting videos, but I want you to really focus on this, because if you clean everything up, you're going to notice, and I have noticed since I got off all the allergy meds, I feel very different. And I'm not suffering anymore. I'm starting to actually be okay. And if I have a little trouble, then I go, I clean out my sinuses and I do the things that are more natural, and doggone if it's not working. We're so quick to grab the pill, quick to do this, quick to do that. I'm on any other meds. I don't even take vitamins. I do a magnesium spray, one that's pure and organic. I don't even know if I need that. But all I'm sharing with you is watch everything that comes into your house, that you spray, that you put on your body, that you inhale, that you're putting on your lawn, in your garden, that you're putting in your mouth, bringing in. It's time to start paying attention. Every single thing counts, and everything's going to contribute to the raising or lowering of the frequency of the planet. And if you are on that path, you're going to go into that fifth dimension. If you've been experiencing these changes, share it with me. I'd love to hear who's experiencing this, especially if you get the energy surges like I do. I haven't had them in a while. Just had them a couple months ago. For the first time in a while I've had them. So something happened again. Boom. I'm raising it up again. So it may be an individual thing. If you're not getting this, maybe you're not transitioning to that fifth dimension. There's no reason for your body to change. So if you are, don't be afraid of this. It's not a negative thing. If you're cleaning up everything, if you're getting away from the stuff that's not good for you, hallelujah, congratulations. Don't be afraid of it. There will be some symptoms that we have human bodies. They're dense. They're going to be dense no matter what. Eventually we'll be all light beings. But then the experience of Earth is going to go away, and the contrast that makes it so awesome. So, handle things, know that you always have free will, know that you do control your health, know that there are a lot of changes going on. Do your absolute best to clean up everything in your life, your thoughts, everything. It's time to go to that fifth dimension. I know that you're one of those people that's going to do it. Join me. You're whole, perfect, strong, and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. And now I'm going to do a video on actual symptoms in the body that are warnings to you of things you need to change. And that'll be my next video. Take care. Namaste.